Console-based MMOs are a scarce commodity. Indeed, as far as I'm aware, they were non-existent on the previous generation of consoles prior to the PS3 release of Final Fantasy Online 14, A Realm Reborn. It truly is a wonder that this game not only boasts crossplay across all its supported platforms, but is as fun and as functional as it is. It feels like Square Enix has pushed the envelope with this game and created something truly remarkable that I hope catches on. I'll admit that initially I loathed this game. The interface was unsightly, the map's brown on brown design was confusing, the first quest involved slaying some squirrels and this led to an untimely and humiliating ladybug related death, then there was the menu navigation, the required use of a mouse mode, so on and so forth. None of these points of grievance were individually enough to ruin the game, however when combined, the whole experience was marred. I was about ready to give up on the game when something just clicked and things began to make sense. The quests became more interesting, ladybugs became less of a threat, and the interface, while not ideally suited to the console, works. For that to be accomplished in a genre which is naturally suited to the PC without sacrificing content is remarkable. Even the map became decipherable as my brain finally learned how to differentiate between slight variations of the shade brown. From this point on, my opinion of the game swung about so quickly it nearly caused whiplash. The world of Eorzea is rich beyond what its vastness should allow, giving the player plenty of things to see and do. Whilst the graphics engine is nothing spectacular, the art style sure is. Eorzea is a land that demands to be explored, and despite its huge size, there is amazing scenery, seemingly around every corner. Just riding around on your chocobo taking in the sights is a joy unto itself. Creatures, both passive and hostile, are abundant, as are quest-giving NPCs. The main story, driving the player through the game, is interesting enough, however it rarely compelled me to get back on track when I got distracted by side quests, fates, or general exploration. Side quests generally revolve around the old adage of go here and kill this, or being a glorified courier. However, there is enough variety in the particulars to keep things interesting. Fates, on the other hand, are communal-based activities which allow all passerbys to pile in and work together to take down a specified foe. The combat utilises the old non-turn-based, turn-based mechanics whereby a player can lock onto a target and employ a number of learned attacks. Each attack has a set cooldown timer, and whilst some cool down at different rates, allowing for some basic combos to be employed, the combat does get very formulaic. Peer-based activities include duties, dungeons, and PvP events. Duties and dungeons are co-op based missions which require a select party with a minimum of 4 players to accomplish. If you're without a party of friends, then other players are assigned to you, and whilst the early missions are fairly generic, the latter ones require a high degree of teamwork to accomplish. The game is littered with nice touches such as the ability to change your class at a whim simply by dressing in the appropriate attire. On the PS4, the text size can be adjusted to suit your television, and bonus rewards are offered for helping first timers through duties or dungeons. All of these things tell of a game which has been lovingly crafted. Whilst there are flaws with certain aspects of the game, on a whole my experience with The Realm Reborn has been overwhelmingly enjoyable, and given the amount of content within the game, I think that speaks very highly of the team at Square Enix. The community has further enhanced my fondness of the game with their support and positive approach. So is A Realm Reborn worth the asking price? Well, the game is currently available for around $49 and includes a 30-day trial period. Additional 30-day blocks can be purchased for around $16. Given that most AAA games cost around $99, feasibly one could justify purchasing the game, plus another 3 months and still be ahead. Given just how good this game really is, Final Fantasy Online 14, A Realm Reborn, is a solid buy in my opinion.